Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be going on a little bit of ride in the old girl here. I haven't, ever since she got in her wreck, which she looks great, by the way. Right here is where all the damage took place. I never ended up putting up the video of all the damage and what it looked like. I might throw some pictures up in an oncoming video, but other than that, we're just gonna leave that in the past and move forward. So I do know that I haven't, and we got to get it inspected soon. I just realized that. So after today, until we get it inspected, probably won't be driving this thing too much. But what I will say is we didn't really get a good solid video on the car and driving it and drivability since we did a good amount of the work to this beast. Right now it's kind of a sleeper looking because it looks 100% stock. I didn't even take the Subaru where I bought it and the other Subaru all-wheel drive badges or anything off yet, and no window tint, no exterior features done at all. Actually, I'm losing one. The launch editions came with that plastic lip on the bumper. Yeah, that thing's trashed. That's junked. Long story for a different day. But anyway, we are going to hop in the car and go for a ride, give you a little bit of POV and talk more about the car and how it reacts with all the parts that are in it currently, what's a little bit to come with it, and what's in it currently and how it's running and whatnot. Basically what I just said. All right, so without further ado, let's get in the wheel and let's get rolling. You guys on my head strap cam on one, oh crap, forgot to buckle up. But do you have you on my head strap cam? Because obviously holding a camera and driving stick shift is like one of the impossible tasks at hand. But anyway, let's get right down to the facts about this car. We all know about the STIs, what they are. 2.5 liter turbocharged, about 315 horsepower the motor's making from the factory. So all around it's a pretty sweet little car. But so far we are going to be building this like we are the Charger. I don't know if it's going to be quite to the extent, but with my wants, needs, and all this other stuff, I'll probably end up going to throw some serious horsepower at this thing at some point. But right now, so far, all that's done to it is you can see that I have my access port, and we'll mess around with some of that stuff, and we'll get onto some of the performance stuff on that and see how accurate that is. Do some number testing, 0 to 60 times and whatnot. Oh yeah, I do have a 3-inch nameless catback exhaust with a 3-inch NVIDIA downpipe, divorced wastegate. It is catted, I don't know if I said that. And then I have the Tomei equal length headers with the up pipe, which is, if you can hear the car in the background, that's why it's got that real rasp to it instead of the grumble rumble, the Subi rumble that we're all used to hearing. Because I took the kink out of the header pipe, made them equal length. So in the long run, for what I'm gonna want to do with the car and power numbers I'm trying to hit, it's gonna be a better option for me than sticking with the unequal length. Just car runs a whole lot smoother, a whole lot better with the equal length headers on the vehicle. So we also have my turbo inlet manifold at home to go in yet. We still have to find time to put that in, order the TGV deletes. Also have to order the fuel pump, fuel injectors, and the front mount. And then we're gonna tune it, and then we're gonna get another small, well actually we'll probably get the boost controller solenoid too in that group of parts. parts and go from there. Turn on the defrost here. We'll go down this road here. This is a nice little fun driving road. Not quite the weather that I was hoping for this little video, but you know, I guess this will also test how good centrifugal all-wheel drive truly is in the elements, which is pretty sweet. And other than that video I did with Bradley where we reviewed it bone stock, actually it might have had the intake and the access port in at that point running stage 1 map. But regardless, this is the first time I've done a video on this car since then, and regardless of what parts were on it, this thing is a whole nother monster from what that video was. So I'm really excited to see what this car has to how it stands up to the Charger once we actually get it dyno tuned and not running these crappy OTS maps from Cobb. But surprisingly enough, I had an STI before that, and this access port map, these OTS maps, they must have changed them since I had them last, because I don't know, but it seems to be running a lot better. I went through 2 motors on my other ones, on my 13 STI, obviously because of ringland failures. The first time I was just being a dumbass and built a boost controller and put it on and ramped it up to like almost 30 pounds of boost on the stock turbo and just shredded everything. And the second time was just wear and tear. Couldn't hold the abuse. I've also calmed my driving down a lot, so that also could be a very big thing to do with it. But anyway, these cars are definitely something awesome. Like, it's wet and these turns are not the easiest to negotiate, but rain isn't really a good element to test in, as far as, I mean, because you're gonna hydroplane, man, you're gonna hydroplane just like snow and black ice. Yeah, there's not much you can do about it when it initiates. You just kind of are along for the ride at that point. Alright, but regardless, we're looking at some serious power numbers. Well, not serious, but we're gonna try to get it to about a 400 wheel. With all the bolt-ons, I'm thinking we'll be right around easily over 3. Easily over 3. I don't know how much over 300 of the tires, but easily over 3. If it's not over 3 now, dude, I'd be shocked. But anyway, come up here, do a little pull of ski for you, because I mean, the car I feel like is for what it is, and the parts are on it. I'm still running OTS maps. I'm running stage 2 93 octane OTS map from Cobb. I don't even know, man. It's just one of those things where it's got the snap, man. Nice little pull there for you coming onto the road here. But like I was saying, it's pretty quick for what it is, and it was holding its own there in the rain. I mean, it's obviously, because it's coming down, you can see the windshield. It's wet, it's saturated, so like, it didn't even want to break loose. The all-wheel drive's nice. Obviously, if it wants to, it's going to, and you can't stop that, but, you know, if you can take away some of the sketchiness, that's better than nothing. We just gonna send it anyway. I have thought about it just a little bit while I was driving around here, and I will do, because there's not as much on the access port as far as performance tracking as I thought. So we will do a little bit of we'll do a 0 to 60 time here and see how accurate it is. I don't know how accurate it is gonna be, but we certainly will find out. All right, let's hold that, turn that off, track mode on, great. But if I would have let it, it was spinning. Well, I think the clutch was slipping a little bit because I smelt it. All right, so my 60 foot, this was registering what, 60 foot with 1.828 seconds. Didn't get a 330, but 0 to 60 was 4.594 seconds in the wet. Which, that ain't too shabby. That ain't too shabby at all. We might go down here and rip this thing one more time. But what we will do then is we will go and try to find a road for a quarter-mile time and see how accurate that is. But as far as that pull that I did right there was concerned, I mean, 4.5 seconds ain't that too terribly long of a time. So, yeah. All right. So we'll just let her ride here then. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It didn't register my 0 to 60 time. I let off at 62. All right, just kidding. We're gonna rock this one more time and just see if I can get a good one out of it. Wow, it was actually slower. All right, whatever. Anyway, got the 60 foot down to 1.4 seconds. So we'll see how accurate that is when we get this thing out to the drag strip. That is something we will do too. We're gonna be tracking the Charger and this at the drag strip, and then also try to find maybe some track days or something where we can actually like road course run them. And obviously, I think that the STI should outperform the Charger miles and miles and miles and none. But I've been surprised before by certain cars, so that's the part that I'm really intrigued in, to see which one actually would perform better on like a circuit course. I gotta try to find a track day to someplace that's pretty close to me. So I'm gonna be doing some research here since while we're in lockdown, coronavirus, whatever. Not a lot, nothing's open. While nothing's open, we'll say. Just practice on getting more horsepower down and everything. Anyway, guys, let me rip you off my head here for a second. I wanna thank everybody for who's been supporting me so far. Sorry. I want to thank everybody who's supported me so far, all the people who subscribed to the channel. If you are not yet subscribed, please do hit that thumbs up button. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. We're going to bring a little more to you on the access port and just, you know, trying to get some more times and stuff and really get a feel for what this thing can do and what the numbers are as far as performance wise. Anyway, that's all the time I'm going to steal from you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope you're enjoying the content. I'm going to try to get a lot more out to you. I'm going to try to do a lot of videos, but I'm not going to say any more than 2 a week at this point in time, just because I'm busy, I have other stuff going on. So we're going to make this work. I have fun doing it. I know a lot of people are enjoying the content. So with that being said, everybody enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you later.